Warren Buffett. The name is synonymous with wealth, wisdom, and incredible success. To the world, he is the Oracle of Omaha, a financial sage whose calm, steady hand has navigated the turbulent waters of the stock market for decades. But his journey from a quiet boy in Nebraska to a multi-billionaire icon was not a simple sprint to the top. It wasn't built on complex algorithms or lucky high-risk bets. Instead, it's a story of profound discipline, lifelong learning, and a set of core principles forged through both brilliant choices and painful mistakes. His entire philosophy is rooted in simple, powerful habits that, when compounded over a lifetime, turned him into one of the richest and most respected people on the entire planet. Born in 1930, in the midst of the Great Depression, Warren's fascination with numbers and business began almost immediately. His father, a stockbroker and future congressman, filled their home with financial books and conversations about the market. By age 11, young Warren was ready to make his move. He pooled his life savings and bought his very first stock, 3 shares of City Service Preferred for himself, and 3 for his sister Doris. He bought in at $38 a share. The stock promptly dropped to $27. A nervous Warren held on, and when it finally climbed back to $40, he sold immediately, pocketing a tiny $5 profit. He felt relieved, but that relief was short-lived. Soon after, City Service shot up to over $200 a share. The potential profit he'd missed was a gut-wrenching lesson. At just 11 years old, he learned the first and most important rule of his future empire: patience is paramount. Short-term panic is the enemy of long-term profit. This drive to learn and earn only intensified. As a teenager, his entrepreneurial spirit was relentless. He didn't just deliver newspapers, he meticulously optimized his routes to maximize subscriptions and profits. He saw opportunity everywhere, selling used golf balls and Coca-Cola. His most ingenious venture began when he bought a used pinball machine for $25 and convinced a local barber to place it in his shop. The profits from that single machine were used to buy more, creating a small but growing passive income stream. By 14, he was already filing his first tax return, famously deducting his bicycle as a $35 business expense. He wasn't just earning pocket money, he was building systems, understanding cash flow, and learning the fundamental mechanics of how a business truly works from the ground up. These were the first, crucial building blocks of his financial fortress. For a young, ambitious Warren Buffett, the dream was Harvard Business School. He was so confident, he'd already told his family he was accepted. Then came the rejection letter. It was a stinging lesson in humility, but in hindsight, Buffett called it a pivotal moment. This apparent failure wasn't an ending, it was a critical redirection that put him on the path to his true destiny. That path led him to Columbia University for one reason: to study under his hero, Benjamin Graham, the father of value investing. From Graham, Buffett learned the principles that became his gospel: always invest with a margin of safety, buying companies for less than their true worth. He learned to ignore market noise and focus on a business's fundamental value. Graham wasn't just a teacher, he was the mentor who provided the intellectual framework for his entire career. Returning to Omaha, he put these lessons into practice. In 1956, he started a partnership with just $100 of his own money. His next move was buying a failing textile company, Berkshire Hathaway. Instead of fixing the dyeing business, he made a brilliant pivot. He used its cash flow to acquire wonderful companies, starting with insurance. This gave him access to float, a river of premium money he could invest. That old mill became the launchpad for the global powerhouse we know today, a testament to turning setbacks into breakthroughs. Despite being a billionaire, he still lives in the same modest house he bought in 1958 for just $31,500. His key habits: think long-term, live simply, reinvest profits, only invest in what you understand, and spend 80% of your day reading and thinking. His mantra: the stock market is designed to transfer money from the impatient to the patient. Buffett admits he missed huge opportunities like Amazon and Google, but his reason is a masterclass in discipline. He only invests within his circle of competence, businesses he can truly understand. This rule helps him avoid big mistakes. He believes you don't need to be a genius or swing at every pitch. You just need to be rational and patient, waiting for the right opportunity. This patience is fueled by continuous learning. He famously spends most of his day reading because knowledge protects capital. But his ultimate legacy may not be in accumulating wealth, but in giving it away. Through the Giving Pledge, he is committed to donating over 99% of his fortune. inspiring a new era of global philanthropy and redefining what it means to be truly rich. From newspaper boy to the Oracle of Omaha, his life teaches us that wealth isn't built overnight. It's the result of decades of patience, discipline, and simple habits. His journey is the ultimate proof that with the right mindset, ordinary principles can lead to extraordinary results, creating a legacy that will inspire generations to come.